Blaster!
Hey guys, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It is Wednesday, September 8th, and we have kind of a sad update. Remember a couple months ago, right after Josh Duggar had gotten arrested, we talked about this guy named Jake who was calling out Jim Bob on his Facebook or on his Instagram, and he made a couple videos basically saying that everyone knows what Josh is like, Jim. Please, please, please stop protecting him. Stop paying for his, his defense fund. Everyone knows that he is, just not a good person. And he was a family friend, Jake Wilson. So Jake Wilson, who is the son of the late Clark Wilson. Clark, if you remember, was the contractor that helped Jim Bob Duggar build his house that he lives in today and was featured in those early specials of the Duggars way back in the day, and also was featured in a couple episodes, 19 Kids and Counting, or 17 Kids and Counting, or 16 Kids and Counting, whatever. Anyways, Jake, he was also linked to Jana Duggar at one point. People thought that they were dating. That guy. All right. So Jake actually had an accident in Hawaii, and he is no longer here. And the accident happened in Kauai after he had lived there, and there was a motorcycle accident a couple days ago. I actually got notified by some of my subscribers, and then someone who is friends with the Duggars actually reached out to me and let me know about what happened. So, and then I was forwarded a GoFundMe, which is being set up by the family, but the accident actually made news in Hawaii, so I can give you the details of that and sort of let you know what happened, what transpired, and what's next for the family as they prepare to say goodbye to him. So according to the Kauai Police Department, which is on Facebook, they issued a press release on an accident, and it says that Jacob Wilson of Magnolia, Mississippi, passed away in a single vehicle crash on Monday afternoon in Wailua. At 4:15 p.m., there was firefighters and police were dispatched. They say that the preliminary report was that he had recently moved to Kapaa and was operating a 2008 Kawasaki motorcycle and traveling westbound on Nano Road when he failed to negotiate a right-hand curve in the roadway. So he's supposed to take a right curve and he didn't, and he crossed over to the eastbound lane and struck a fence on the eastbound shoulder. So it sounds like speed was a factor, so he was trying to go this way and he maybe overcorrected. And they say that he was ejected from the motorcycle and sustained injuries that ended his life. They arrived, there was people there. They say a bystander was performing CPR, but he was unresponsive. Firefighters and medics attempted to support CPR and advanced life support, but he was not resuscitated. And they ended up having to close the road to do some investigations. And they say that the preliminary report indicates that speed may have been a factor and he was not wearing his helmet. The family then, obviously devastated by this news, he had a young son, and he also had recently moved to Kauai. And so it says that a bunch of his siblings posted on their Facebook, and then they started sharing this GoFundMe, and the family, which is organized by someone named Jenny, says that he passed in a motorcycle accident on September 6th. Because it occurred in Waiula, Hawaii, there will be significant costs to bringing him home and lay him to rest near his father and his family farm. The siblings are rallying together in order to support their mother and care for one another, but there is a larger than life hole where Jake used to stand. They need our prayers right now, but could also use financial support too. It says that Jake embodied many talents and a profound love for his family. All of those who knew him will remember his generous and thoughtful. As his sister Allie wrote, "You had the most tender heart and the deepest desire to make others' pain go away that I've ever seen. In honor of Jake's tender compassion and the love of Christ, please share what you can to help his siblings welcome him home one last time." His sister Allie actually shared this tribute on her Facebook account. She said, "Jacob Turner Wilson, you loved big, you lived big, and you hurt big, and this world felt you big. You had the most tender heart and the deepest desire to make others' pain go away and that I have ever seen. Your pain is healed now, and you are more loved than you ever dreamed of. I miss you so bad." His brother Austin also shared a message on his Facebook which said, "You brought in a lot and took a lot out, but you left me with some of my best memories, and those won't soon be forgotten. There's way too much to be said about you that can be said here, but you are a hardworking, deep, caring, good friending brother, and I'll always look up to you. I wish I could have one more day with you. I promise we won't work late. I love you. Tell Dad I said hey, and I miss y'all both. Fly high, dodo head." So Jacob was a very active guy. He played guitar. He was if you went onto his Instagram, you notice that he was like really into the outdoors and fishing and mudding and all of that stuff. He also was a hard partier and had, at this point in his life, kind of separated himself from the legalism that they had grown up in and was living a less strict lifestyle. So they would like to be able to help bring him back home to Mississippi. I will share the GoFundMe if you feel moved to help the family. He was only 25 years old, and I'm seeing reports that he actually had a son. To give you a little information about Jake, Fundamentalist fandom says that he is an EMT. He was raised in the Baptist ATI, the IBLP. He was born in November of 1995. He actually went to the Alert Academy in 2015, and then he graduated in May of 2015. He also he was an EMT, which he received in Austin, Texas. In September of 2017, a lot of those websites were reporting that Jana and him were courting, and he actually he refuted that, and he said, "So yeah, I just want to say that is total bunk. We are not in a relationship. We've been friends for 21 years, and all of a sudden, bam, we just happen to be in the same picture, so of course the media has to make up a story and sell it. So I'm here to clear that up. It ain't true. Moral of the story, don't believe what you see online." He was dating someone named London Smith. He and his girlfriend London actually, on October 5th, 2020, they announced they were expecting a baby and that they were due in December of 2020. And they actually named the little boy John William Turner. It's unclear if when he moved to Hawaii, if he was there with his girlfriend. I don't know how long it's been since he had been in Hawaii, but they did make an announcement on her Facebook, and she has not said anything publicly. So our hearts and our thoughts go out to London and her son, her baby, on their loss of Jacob. If you are interested in helping, the GoFundMe is listed below. Jacob was a very boisterous and wild guy and very full of life, and according to his family, had a huge heart and wanted to help other people. This accident has been reported widely on multiple outlets across Hawaii, and it was actually the first traffic fatality on that part of the island all year. So the only traffic fatality happens to be a guy from Magnolia, Mississippi that had recently moved there. So a sad, tragic ending for Jacob. So if you guys, again, are interested in helping the family, you can link to the GoFundMe below and let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Bye, guys.